Welcome to the first 2025 series of evening classes. Let's begin with some grounding. Close your eyes. Let's do Skandhasana. So let's cross in the middle of the shins. Grab your feet, roll metatars down, bringing soles towards you. Make sure you have some space in between your shins and your pubic bone. Then hands onto the knees. And let's start rolling the shoulders back and make it extra slow. Shoulders forward, up, back, down. Feel free to close your eyes. Reverse to the other side. And as you are rolling the shoulders, try to feel the protraction and the retractions of the shoulder blades. Release the shoulders. Lift up to your ears. Hold the squeeze. Exhale, drop them down. One more. Inhale, lift all the way up. And almost as releasing and pushing out your unwanted energies. And from here, let's do some neck rotations. Right ear to right shoulder. Roll nose forward, left ear to left shoulder. Breathe. Reverse the circle now. Left ear to left shoulder and rolling to the other side. Let's do the last circle. Let's get to the center now. Hands on top of your shoulders, draw circles with your elbows and maintain awareness into the breath and the movement, the release. And let's reverse the circle forward. Release, hands to the side of the body. We're gonna do side reaches. So you're lifting your right arm up, palm facing the side. Inhale, lengthen as if you're trying to reach something into the ceiling. Exhale, lengthen through the side. And there shouldn't be any swaying in any other axis. Really just feel as something is pulling you through the sides. One more inhale. Exhale, push yourself up with your left hand. Now right hand grounded. Inhale through the left, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Folding to the side. Your sitting bones are onto the mat. Hands into prayer. Roll shoulders back, squeeze elbows, lengthen the neck. Close your eyes. Stay here. Energize hands, lengthen the neck. And let's just observe your thoughts and your mind. See if there are racing thoughts. And try to observe the space in between one thought and the other. So now we are not trying to push away your intrusive thoughts. Let them pass. Imagining these thoughts like a stream, a flow, a river. And in between one thought and the other, you're just observing the emptiness. And start breathing with your nose. Hopefully, the emptiness between one thought and the other is getting wider and bigger. And you're observing the bliss and the calmness in between those spaces, even if it's just a glimpse. Let it be. Start slowing down the breath, trying to send it deeper, all the way down to the belly. Start counting in your mind a random number, a way to get hooked into an action. It becomes your object of meditation. You're just counting how long it's your inhale and how long is your exhale. Perhaps it's 3 seconds or 4 seconds inhale. And focus all your attention into the counting. You're counting within your own head. And let's release the counting. Set an intention, thinking about what you want to achieve or where you want your energy to go tonight. It might be just feeling calmer at the end of the practice. And come back to it. When you're ready, let's rub the hands, rub the palms, and place the palms on top of your eyelids. And let's start tapping the eyelids, energizing them. Now move your fingertips to your temples, making big circles. Reverse the circle now. Other side. Feel your fingertips massaging your temples. Notice any tension. Find the sweet spot, that little spot where you feel that is feeling good, and just hold it there as gentle pressure. Release your hands and open your eyes. Move into your hands and knees. Let's do some mobility work for your shoulders and spine. So let's start with some very spontaneous circles where we warm up the wrists, and we are also involving the hips and the shoulders. Pushing all the way back, feeling the low back releasing, coming forward. Perhaps doing kind of a cat and cow as we're moving. And pair it with your breath. If you know how to do Ujjayi breath, maybe switch on your Ujjayi breathing, and let's reverse. So in Ujjayi breathing, you're making the back of the throat more narrow, and you're energizing the body. Now let's come back to the center. Let's do cat and cow, extra slow tonight. Arch your spine, looking up. And then round. Start from the head and the pelvis first. And mobilize the spine, looking between your knees. And inhale, come back, up. And exhale. 2 more each way in your own time. And find neutral. From here, pelvic tilts, tucking the tailbone in and out, isolating the movement to release tension in the low back. And finding the edges so that when we let go, we can appreciate a neutral spine. Let's release here. Let's start with the right arm. Open to the side. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, send the right arm down, dropping the right shoulder, side of the head. And then lift the left arm and find that interlace, the bind between the belly and the thigh. And you can stay here. Otherwise, let's tuck both toes and just extend the left leg if it feels good. Kick the heel back and open the chest. Look up, close your eyes, and do a lateral or diaphragm thoracic breathing. Expanding your rib cage on the inhale and exhaling. Intensifying the release. Two more. And slowly bring the left hand back. Come back to the center. Before moving, wiggle a bit. Move the spine to the other side. Open the left arm, chest to the side. Inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Drop the left shoulder down. And don't rush it. Take your time here. And if you're feeling that it's good, lift the right arm and send the palm between the belly and the thigh. Take a couple of breaths before moving more. The toes are tucked to help you with the stability. Inhaling. As exhaling, extend the right leg if it feels good and open even more the chest. Sending your nose towards the ceiling. And again, reconnect with your diaphragm and with the rib cage, feeling the expansion laterally. Feel free to close your eyes in between, to really come back within yourself, remembering that yoga, it's the journey from the ignorance of the self to the real self. Ignorance meaning you don't knowing where your real self is. And let's bring the right leg back, right hand back. Push yourself up. And from here, let's do a nice puppy pose. So keeping the knees where they are, you're extending the arms and drop the chest. Maybe find the chin onto the mat. And if it's too much, maybe the forehead. Here we are releasing the space in between your scapula, the upper fibers of your triceps, and stay connected with that diaphragmatic and lateral breathing. Maybe move slightly back your hips if it feels good. Inhale, exhale, press the hands onto the mat and you're just lifting your chest. Tuck your tailbone in and squeeze your rib cage one more round. Inhale, expand the rib cage. Exhale, come back down. Now, inhale, hands a little bit closer. Lift your chest. Move them almost underneath your shoulder blades. And we prepare and we're going to transition into down dog. Tuck the toes. Push hips back. Lift knees. Find your down dog. Bend one knee and the other. Bend one knee. Open the chest to one side and the other. Move where it feels good or where you feel tension. Lift the right foot up. When you're ready, bend the knee. Start opening the hips to the side. Hips, keep lengthening through the arms. Come back to the center. Make big circles with your knee, feeling the space between your femur bone and the hip socket getting mobilized. And let's reverse other side. Now look on the top of the mat and step the right foot in between your hands. Lengthen that back foot and let's drop the knee. Let's get into a low lunge. Move your hands to your hips. Roll the shoulders back. Press your hips forward and down. Open your chest. Inhaling. Exhaling. Feel the release through your hip flexors. Be careful with your front knee. Notice if you need extra padding on the bottom knee. One more here. Release the hands and interlace the fingers behind. Get deeper. Contract your glutes to protect the low back. Exhale. Send the arms to the front of the step back into down dog. Take a moment to reset. Send your hips up. When ready, lift that left knee. Find opening on the other side. Strong arms pressing down. Open your hip. Enjoy this feeling. Come back to the center. Make circles. Reverse other side. Bring that knee to the chest, look forward and win control. Let's step your left foot in between your hands and lengthen that right foot for our extra long low lunge. And from here, lift first, moving your hands onto the hips. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back, and then your hands are helping you to find connection through your hips and you're pressing the hips down, elbows back. Open the chest and breathe. And again, your right hip flexor this time is getting a deeper stretch. Keep both hips parallel. Feel the shoulder blades squeezing. And your neck, you're looking up, but you're not just releasing the neck back. You're trying to hold it. Nice. And now find the interlace of the fingers behind you and press the interlace down and open even more. Breathe. Exhale, come back to the center. Tuck the back toes, then into your down dog. Look at the top of the mat. Step both feet right and left. Find your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Release the back of the neck. And feel the release onto the hamstrings. And then bend the knees. Contract the glutes and circle the arms forward. The palms facing forward. Arms up. Urdhvastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart center. One Vinyasa. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, strong hands. Step the right foot back, left foot back. Wrap elbows in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lift thighs off the mat. Exhale, tuck toes. Lift right foot, step between hands. And lift into your high lunge. Inhale here. Exhaling, hands onto your hips. And then move a little bit to the side, your left foot to create space. Interlace fingers, open chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Gently folding forward. Drop the back heel or keep it lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Let's come back slowly up. Hands onto the hips. And then turn the fingers to the side. The fingers, the toes. Inhale. We're going to go for a forward fold. Open the chest. And then exhaling, fold forward. Your toes are 45 degrees. And send the neck down. Feel the neck lengthening, legs releasing. And then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands onto the hips. Turn forward. And then frame the foot and find the down dog. Take a moment to feel the forearms rotating. Space between the shoulder blades. Engage your kneecaps and see if your hamstrings are releasing more. When you're ready, step the left foot forward. Keep the back leg, the right toes tucked, and you're moving your hands onto the hips and then lift up, high lunge. Raise your arms up, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, interlace the fingers behind your back. Open the chest. And exhale, prepare to fold forward into this humble warrior. I'm keeping my back heel lifted, but you can also drop it 45 degrees. Up to you. Breathe. One more. Frame your foot and step back into down dog. Breathe here. Look at the top of the mat. Step right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees and index and middle finger into your big toes. You're inhaling, sending the elbows out to the side. Your elbows are out to the side. And exhale, fold. Releasing the head, the back of the neck is long. Move your toes, the weight towards your toes. And then slowly, slowly engaging your kneecaps and the front of the thighs. You try to extend the legs. Use your breath to relax into this deep forward fold. Send chest and belly closer to your legs. Exhale, release slowly, slowly. Now let's go for one more very deep forward fold. Lift your feet and slide your hands underneath your hands. Bend the knees if you need to bend the knees. I think, Vlada, you can do it. I can't remember, but try. Really bend your knees. Slide your hands under. Then release the head. Send the elbows out to the side. Then extend the legs if you can. Try. Step back, Vlad. Bend the knees. More. Yeah. Nice. See, okay. And now you're just releasing the neck. Relax the neck. And move the weight towards your toes. I know it's scary because it feels that if you fall, you're gonna smash your head, but it's not gonna happen. This is nice, deep release. If you spend a long time, a long day sitting, the neck, the low back, everything is tense. With this, we're targeting everything. One more inhale. And then exhale, slowly release. Inhaling, step back into down dog. Step the right foot forward and pivot the back foot 45 degrees. Hands onto your hips and lift up. From here, lift your hands with the palm facing each other and then extend. And then drop your forearm onto the knee and then open the chest to the side just for a moment. We're doing extended side angle. Inhaling and exhaling. Now send the arm in line with your ear. Releasing. It shouldn't be too intense. Now release that left arm. Find a half bind in between the belly and the thigh. So you're trying to grab the inside of your thigh with your arm and open the chest even more. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Let's push yourself back up and all the way back to a Skandhasana. I'm doing this because it should be nice to release the whole of the inside of the muscles of the leg. One inhale. And exhale, transition forward like Spider-Man and step back into your down dog. From here, drop the knees and let's find child pose. Wide knees, child pose. And breathe. Keep pushing your arms on the mat and send your sitting bones close to your heels and then inhaling, Let's transition back up. Tuck your toes and find your down dog again. Prepare to do the left side. When you're ready, step the left foot forward. Frame the foot with your hands and look at the back foot and just keep it 45 degrees. And then engage in the glutes, engage in the leg. You're just protecting your knees and the back. You're lifting up. So from here, you're lifting your arms up and then squeezing the shoulders together. You're finding these wide arms and then drop your left forearm onto the left knee. And let's go for this side angle. Your arm is facing the side of the room. Energize your legs. Feel the opening of the hips. Press through the edges of the feet, especially the outside edge of the back foot. Extend the arm in line with your ear. You may look at your hand. Inhaling, exhaling, lengthen and energize even more this arm. Inhale, exhale, find a bind with that right arm, sending the arm around and then open the chest. Inhale, one more. Exhale. Let's come back. Frame the left foot into your down dog. This is probably the last down dog we do. And then lift the right foot up and step that right foot forward into your pigeon pose. Extend the left leg, untuck the toes. Let me move more into camera so you can see me. And let's do yin style pigeon. Don't make it too active. Take it into a place where you can stay, make it passive and feel the release. Don't try to muscle and keep the shin parallel to the short edge of the mat at any cost. And from here, slowly just release. Maybe your forearms, and you stay here for a moment. And breathing. Slowly release the chest. And just breathe. And keep connecting with your intention and your thoughts. Yoga, and especially the asana practice, it's like a moving meditation. Today I did my best to not keep talking about alignment and make it more flowy, more inside for you to stay within your body and just thinking about moving. Now that we are into this passive pose, it gets more challenging to stay within because the mind tends to wander. When we read the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, we learn meditation is learned by finding objects of focus where you can train your mind to be focused for a long time. Asana and the body can be those objects. As we are here, try to notice these sensations, the tensions where they are, and the hips are considered one of those places where we store emotions in the body. So maybe send your attention into the release of those emotions, those tensions. And send the breath there so we can release that blocked prana.
prana is the life force energy. And sometimes it gets stuck somewhere. But it's normal. In every journey, there is an obstacle. And we just learn to deal with it and continue the journey. When you're ready, let's
Come back up and prepare the other side. Push your hips back, bring the knee back, extend the chest just for one moment, and then slide your left knee forward and to the left side. We are going into yin mode, so not too active. Find a sweet spot where you're releasing something, but it doesn't need to be yang and actively engaging your muscles. And the same thing. Come back into the sensation and observe what's the difference between one side and the other. And also acknowledging how much harder it is to stay within when static. It's even a greater challenge. If thoughts are popping up, maybe notice what type of thoughts are getting triggered. Knowing our mind, it's the biggest obstacle between our perception and real self. So the mind loves to trick us and sending us thoughts and sending us back into the old patterns. But now we know. And once you know, you can try and do something. Because once you know, you cannot go back. And it's one step closer to samadhi, bliss, calmness, and peace. See if there is any more space now that you've been here for a while. Maybe release the head onto the mat. A couple more breaths in Pigeon. Exhale. Slowly come into a child pose. Extend the arms. Send the belly down onto the mat. And extend the left arm. Bend the knee. And bend the left arms. The left arm is underneath your shoulders. And the right, if you have space, is extended. So what we'll be doing is you are sending your left foot behind the right knee, and you're just releasing, and you're just letting your shoulder blades stack one on top of the other. And you stay here. Maybe this left hand, if you have space, you're just touching the mat behind you, and open slightly your chest to the side. If you don't know what I'm doing, let me do it the other side so you can see. It's literally this, and your arm behind you is just resting, and you're squeezing the shoulder blades by stacking them. So it's another passive pose. This is really nice to release the tension in the dorsal spine. Preparing you for a beautiful night of sleep. Relax. One more breath and then we'll reverse to the other side. Feel free to close your eyes. To reverse, extend your left arm in front of you. Bring the left knee back. Extend the left arm in line with your shoulder. Right hand under your right shoulder. Bend the right knee. Open your chest and release the head onto the mat. Send your right arm behind you. And enjoy the release. Your hips are stacked, shoulders stacked vertically. No tension on the neck. Couple more breaths. And exhaling, let slowly slow your chest release with your right hand. Release the leg. Turn your chest up and do a happy baby. Grab the big toes and just pull the knees towards the sides and rock side to side. Soles of the feet facing the ceiling. And release. From here, I'd like to practice some Yoga Nidra for the last 5 minutes of the class. If you want, wear a layer, something that makes you feel warm, and then just lie down, place a cushion underneath your head, and we'll just practice some Yoga Nidra together. Yoga Nidra, if you don't know or you're not too sure what it is, it's a technique where you're trying to tap into that layer of your subconscious where you are asleep but not totally asleep, and you are deeply relaxed, and it is used to learn things or set intentions. So it's not deep sleep, it's literally trying to set an intention and sediment it with this deep relaxation. So what we'll do, we have 5 minutes, it should be a whole hour. You're gonna lie down, close your eyes, and just relax. I'm gonna guide you through some cues into relaxing your body. We'll work from right, that is the yang and more active side, to the left, your yin, more relaxing side. Find one intention, repeat it 3 times in your mind, let it go and relax and stay there for a while. And then when we finish the practice, I'm gonna invite you to come back into your body. Prepare, relax now, and listen to my voice. You don't need to do anything else for this Yoga Nidra practice. Start with deep inhalations and deep exhalations. And let's start noticing the right side of the body, the right side of the body. Your right fingertips are relaxed. You're feeling the weight of your hand pressing on the mat or your belly or whatever your hand is. It's totally relaxed. Your forearm, your elbow, and the shoulder, it's totally released. Your chest, the right side of the chest is released, with the right side of the neck is released and relaxed completely. Your jaw, cheekbones, and your right eyebrow is totally relaxed. The belly, the chest is totally relaxed. You're feeling the weight of your right hip pressing on the mat. Leg, the thigh, knee, and right foot are completely relaxed. The whole right side of the body is relaxed. Inhale and exhaling, start noticing the left side of the body. Your left hand is releasing tension, surrendered and relaxed. The left forearm and the left elbow is relaxed. The shoulder and the chest, the left chest is relaxed. And the neck and the jaw and your left eyebrow, they are relaxed. And moving down to the left belly and hip, they are relaxed. You're feeling the weight of your left hip releasing. The left leg, the thigh, and the knee. There is no energy, no engagement. Everything is relaxed. Your left ankle and the left foot, even the left toes, they are relaxed. Everything is relaxed. The left side of the body is released and relaxed. The yin and yang union of your Ida and Pingala, left and right, together, relaxed. Now think about your intention. Make into one sentence. Say to yourself, like a mantra, and repeat it 3 times in your head. 3 times. And then let it go. Totally release everything. There will be calmness and release for the next few minutes in silence. Start deepening the breath. As you exhale, start bringing movement to your body. Now relax as a whole, left and right, reunited. Small movements, and you don't need bigger movement now. Roll to your right side and stay there for a bit longer, or stay and meditate more. Have a quiet evening and let your intention sink deeper. Maybe tonight before going to bed, try to repeat again that intention before falling asleep and let it sink deeper into your layers of the subconsciousness. And notice your dreams tonight and see what dreams, and maybe take a note of the dreams tomorrow morning as soon as you wake up, before you forget. I don't want to disturb your calmness. I will end the practice. Wish you a beautiful night, and thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Namaste.